and I just hated to sit inside today. So I'll show a few back issues I got recently, and I'm getting really close to reaching a milestone. So just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I already did the video on the Romance Comics deal, but like I said, anytime I see them cheap, I'll pick them up. And these were like 99 cents. More Charlton stuff. Love Diary 68 and 73. So enough said about that. Don't want to piss the hippie off. So some other stuff. I think I'm another run I'm getting close to. Well, semi-close to. Probably about 20 issues shy is DC Comics Presents, and I think I upgraded a couple issues and others I just had missing. But these are some great issues because they got great art and a story in them. But here's number 28, Superman and Supergirl versus Mongul. And this is actually the second appearance of Mongul. The first appearance was in 27. For some reason, that book is spiking way up in price. So, but the cool thing about this too, well, a couple cool things, it's art and cover by Jim Starlin, and I'm a big fan of Starlin's work. And he didn't do a whole lot of work for DC, but he did do probably maybe 6 or 7 issues of this, and it's just great art and story. Sort of one of those the cosmic stuff that he's well known for over in Marvel. But it is also kind of cool for this second feature that they used to have. It's like a whatever happened to, like for Golden Age characters or characters you hadn't seen before. But in this one, it's whatever happened to Johnny Thunder Lawman. So pretty good, pretty nice issue. And same thing here, more Starlin cover and art, number 29 with a Spectre. And whatever happened to Dr. Midnight. Okay, this story, I think I already had one of these next two, but I wasn't sure. That inventory job was going slow. But I knew I didn't have one of them, but I found both for a good price. Here's number 33, Superman and Shazam. Rich Buckler cover. With whatever happened to Star Hawkins. Any of you guys that read the old sci-fi from the 60s that DC put out, he was in a lot of those Strange Adventures, mystery and space books. So it's kind of a cool cover with Supes and Shazam switching costumes or bodies or something. And number 34, we got the conclusion of that story, Superman and Shazam family with King Kull, not to be confused with King Kull over in Marvel, obviously. More Rich Buckler. And more Jim Starlin, number 36, Superman and Starman, with more Mongul. And I love this cover. This is just awesome. That's Jim Starlin at his best. So all you Starlin fans, most of these, I think except for number, of course number 26 is like the first appearance of the new Teen Titans, first Cyborg, so that's spiking up since they put out the news that Cyborg is going to appear in the Superman Batman movie. But I think from like 26 through 29 and maybe this one and the next one are all Jim Starlin. So except for a couple though, you can pick these up for a song. And we have number 37, Superman and Hawkgirl, with whatever happened to Rip Hunter Time Master as the backup. Another great Starlin cover. I'm pretty sure he did the interiors too. So. Alright, a few odds and ends. Picked up House of Mystery 205. Really nice cover. This one's pretty beat up, but I was just trying to fill another hole in the collection. So love DC horror. And Here's one of the few issues of Detective Comics from the 70s that I didn't have, number 452. Hawkman backup. There's another great Ernie Chan cover. You guys have heard me go on about Ernie Chan before, but you know, this guy did like hundreds of covers for DC in the 70s. This is just one of the many. I really love this one. Okay, another one I'd kind of been searching for a while, and I'm pretty sure I had a copy of this years ago, probably as a kid, because I remember the purple background, and I didn't know until recently that this was actually a variant. I think Edaneck One did a video on this variant. Here's Sandman #1 with the purple background. Most of them were the blue background. And this one isn't as nice as the ones he showed, but it's probably a very fine plus. It's got maybe a couple little dings around the staple. Like I'd have a little corner thing going on, but otherwise it's really nice. And it's Kirby. And speaking of Kirby, here's an issue of Strange Tales that I've been wanting for a while. It's kind of beat up shape too, but hey, this is the famous or infamous Beatles appearance, Strange Tales 130. I think you actually got Bob Powell doing the art on the thing in Human Torch story. Of course, you got Ditko on the Doctor Strange, but nice issue. And I had this book for a while, and I found it in a pile of stuff, and I don't think I'd ever showed it in a video. But for you Silver Age fans, especially Green Lantern fans, I know Hippie's a big Green Lantern fan. Here's number 29, and this is actually the first appearance of Black Hand, who, you know, everybody knows that Red Blackest Night was one of the pivotal characters, and is still going on in Green Lantern today. And something else about this issue that some of you might not know, what with all the stuff going on from DC with Future's End and the upcoming Multiversity that Grant Morrison's doing, and the Earth 2 World's End and all the different universes. And of course, you guys that followed Forever Evil, you saw the appearance of the Anti-Monitor at the end of that one, so you know something's coming up like another Crisis. But as far as like alternate Earths go, this is something that probably a lot of you know, maybe some of you don't. This is actually, if I can get it out, this book is actually the first appearance of Earth Prime. Now this is pre-52 Earth Prime, because they're calling the 52 Earth Prime now, I think. And the reason that this is the first appearance of Earth Prime is because you actually have a real artist, Gil Kane, in that panel right there. So, you know, instead of seeing Earth Prime, you know, like you saw later on, like in an issue of The Flash, where he had the cosmic treadmill and he visited the DC Comics offices, this is actually the first appearance of Earth Prime. So some useless, maybe not useless information to some people, but that was kind of cool. Got to get it back in the Mylar. Okay. Okay, as far as I was talking about at the beginning about reaching a milestone, as some of you may know, I'm getting real close on getting a complete run of all the 100 pagers DC put out. And I was 2 away, and I needed one of the romance ones. And actually, I think Howler Mouse said he thought he had the one I needed, but it was actually the next issue. But I did find a copy of it. My comic shop had a like a mid to low grade copy that I got pretty cheap. Here's a 113 of Young Love. So this means that I am one away from having all, I think, 115 of the 100 pagers. Of course, you know, the elusive number 5, the Young Love stories. And it's really, I don't know if it's elusive or not, because I've seen probably 4 or 5 copies of it online, and they've all been slabbed pretty much. And the one that wasn't, the guy was wanting like $1,450, which is not happening. You know, might have to put down a couple, 3 bills on a low grade copy, but number 5 is the only one I need. And speaking of 100 pagers, I found I really upgraded a copy of the first one, number 4, and why the 100 pager started with number 4 is up for some debate. I've read a few articles about maybe there was like a giant size series that like went 3 issues, and then they just continued the numbering on the 100 pagers. It was kind of hard to figure out because DC had some screwed up numbering on the giants. I actually upgraded a copy of number 4, the first one. I had like a VG Fine copy, and I found a slab copy in the 5.0, and this is actually a pretty good shape for just a fine copy. The only thing that really knocks it out is you kind of see there's a little chunk out of the bottom on the back side that kind of puts it in that grade, and these are harder to find in high grade anyway, just because of the square binding and all that. And you can kind of see some wear. I don't know if you can see that or not, but kind of see some wear right there where it's been read a little bit, and the staples kind of start to show through, especially on a black background like that. This is a really cool book. I mean, you got a wraparound Bernie Wrightson cover, and I think Wrightson actually appears, draws himself in a story or like a little one-page thing or something, but he's got 4 or 5 pages in this. I think all the rest are reprints, but pretty good copy. I think it probably looks a little bit better than 5.0, but happy to get that. So that's all we got for tonight, guys. I appreciate you sticking around, and as always, onward and upward.